My name is Mary Wollas. I was born the 15th of March 1821 in Holbeach, Lincolnshire, England. I married Thomas Andrew Blackburn the 4th of November 1847 at Weston, Lincolnshire, England. My husband Thomas will tell you about going to Australia on the ship Earl Grey. I want to tell you what it was like as a wife and mother going on the ship. We set sail on the 18th of June and arrived in Australia on Thursday the 16th of October 1851. As you can see, we sailed on the ocean for 119 days. Henry was 1 day from being 2 years old. As a toddler, he had to be watched and controlled every minute of every day all the time on the ship. The ship had 257 passengers on the voyage and numerous workers. About 56 of the passengers were children under the age of 14. I would tell you about the food we had, but some things need to be forgotten. Also, the seasickness we endured during first part of the trip needed to be forgotten. Things got better as time went on. When we had bad weather, we had to tie Henry and ourselves down, so we would not bounce all over. The storms were tough and frankly indescribable. Near the end of our journey, we encountered foul bad weather time and time again. The vessel was extremely dirty, and the foul weather was a key reason why. There were 4 children under 12 and Henry was one of them. There were also 6 infants. There was lots of noise all around us. We had about 35 couples and the rest were single. Most all were from Ireland. There were a lot of sicknesses that circulated, and one was scarlet fever. I was frightened that Henry would get it, and so I had to be so careful to keep him away from others. We had 2 children die of scarlet fever on the voyage and 4 other children died also, so you can understand my fear. We had 6 women give birth on the voyage, so there were times of great happiness for those on the voyage. When we had deaths, we were devastated. 6 died on the trip. We did have a doctor on the boat who helped everyone as much as he could. His name was Dr. McGill. We made it through the 119 days on the sea. It was a happy day to get off the ship. Henry and I began working to help pay off the cost of the voyage. Thomas worked loading and unloading ships. The Earl Grey had 571 tons of cargo that needed unloading and loading. Many boats came into the ports and went to other areas of the world. I got a job cleaning ships that came from the ocean. Once we arrived, arrangements were made so that people had employment. Here are examples of immigration notices that were sent out. On Thursday evening, about 125 of the married people, and 12 of the unmarried girls by this vessel, were forwarded by steam to Maitland, where all kinds of labor are in great demand. The families and single men will be open to engagement on board the vessel this day, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. The unmarried females have been removed to Hyde Park Barracks, where they can be hired this day, between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m.